then you head down to USC for school. How did you get a spot on the golf team there?
Yeah, so I had a good friend of my dad's took me on a little, I don't know if you call it a recruiting trip or just a visit to see college golf. The NCAA was being held at Stanford Golf Club. We drove down there together. He introduced me to Ron Rhodes, was the head coach at USC, and Randy Lein was the assistant coach. And that was my first really introduction to college golf. It was incredible watching these guys play. Ron Cummins became a really close friend. He won the NCAAs that year. It was 1981. I remember watching him. Jadon Blake, who I've recently been playing with on the Champions Tour, they were paired together, this big, tall, good-looking guy, and this guy more my stature won the tournament. It really hit me hard in terms of, like, I want to do this. How do I get that good? Because I was not even close. But that was my first introduction to college golf, big venue like that, you know, the biggest amateur tournament probably in the country. And Steve Nosler was nice enough to take me down there, who was a former head coach at Oregon as well.
So you head down to USC, you're a walk-on. How does that introduction to the golf team, how is that?
Again, I mean, I'm young. I really don't want to. I'd thought about going to a big school early on in high school, especially somewhere it was sunny, somewhere different. I was ready to go kind of like spread my wings and challenge myself. I had been accepted to USC. I didn't know the coaches until I'd been introduced that day at Stanford Golf Club. I went down there. They were going to host a walk-on tryout back then. They would give some value to that if you were to play at a level that they considered good enough to be on the team.
Yeah.
So Randy and Ron Rhodes gave me that opportunity for the most part. Was I good enough? Not even close. I mean, the kids on the team, there's 4 All-Americans on the team. I remember every one of them. They were so gifted. They were so much better than me. There's no way I'm going to make this team. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
My first qualifier was at LA Country Club, the North Course, which became, you know, probably my favorite golf course in Southern California. I think I shot 88 the first day.
Wow.
That's not good enough to make the USC team.
So how did you stay on the team? Like, talk about your evolution at USC and how you made like the starting 5 and traveled, and how did that happen?
I was fortunate. Randy Lein became the head coach soon after that, but as an assistant coach, there was some fondness there. He saw a unique kid with a lot of athleticism and a lot of passion, and he kept me around, and he provided me an instrument, which would be his home, North Ranch Country Club out in Westlake Village. He introduced me to Wilshire Country Club, where I began picking the range a couple times a week as a freshman, and I would practice there. So I had all these vehicles to help me hone my skills and get better. And Randy Lein, I can't say enough about him. He's the one that provided me the template to continue and develop, and I can't thank him enough, but it was really that. It was really, he was so significant, I can't underestimate what he did for me.
Yeah, talk about Randy a little bit more. I know you credit a lot of your career to Randy. How did he influence you, like maybe as a player, like throughout your career, or even as a coach and mentor now?
Yeah, just an incredible guy. He was just there for me. You know what I mean? If you needed somebody to chat to on the phone, and I love my home. I love my family. So I came from, a smallish town in the state of Oregon, Eugene, to this big city environment, and a lot of times I was homesick. Well, Randy was there for me. Hey, why don't you come up to North Ranch? It's Saturday. Come up and play with some of the members. They'd love to have you. Why don't you come out this weekend and we'll just hang out? We'll do some bunker work and some short game stuff. He was there, but it was his positivity that really like influenced me the most. I mean, I don't remember a negative word about me ever coming out of Randy's mouth.
Yeah.
It was always like, you practice, you play, you have fun, you enjoy, and the byproduct's going to be good scores.
Yeah.
Just such a major influence, and we all need that. I try to be that for people here at the Golf Farm and all the people that I've coached, much more than just a swing guy or a putting guy or a chipping guy. I want to mentor people like Randy mentored me.
Yeah, I see you have a lot of positivity with everybody you coach, and I definitely sense that you picked a lot of that up from Randy and appreciated his way of going about kind of coaching and mentoring. And